Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. Okay, guys, so why do we have an early video today? Because I think we're probably seeing the peak of today, or we go a little bit higher from today, and then we start the reversal that we're going to speak about. I don't want to call it a reversal, actually. I take that back. We're going to call it a pullback, all right? We're going to call it a pullback because people are probably going to be like, oh, you're going long to bearish. What the heck is going on? How did you switch bullish to bearish in like 2 trading sessions? I didn't, all right? I started saying we should proceed with caution here because QQ is up at resistance as of this day, and we had shooting stars and spinning tops all over the place, which does tell us we should probably proceed with caution. And then we had yesterday's candlestick. So in yesterday's video, we spoke about, hey, you got a hot CPI. We're looking for the reversal. All right, because we do have things on the chart right now that did tell us we should be looking for that reversal. And now, as of today, we have two new things on the chart saying that we should look for that decent sized pullback here that we could then along again. Profits shall be taken as of today. Why? Because you have a shooting star style candlestick or a spinning top, because you had the gap up this morning. All right, guys, so you have a reversal candlestick right at trendline resistance, right at the top of the golden pocket, right as let me just cut to it. All right, on the hourly time frame, you do have a bearish divergence already going on here on the hourly RSI right there. As you peak on up, you peek your head up into trendline resistance, perfect trendline resistance going on, drawn on the daily time frame. And what do we also have? We have the 15-minute bearish divergence as of right now, which is why I decided to record this video early today. We're not going to wait until 3 p.m. We are going to record this right now. It's currently 11:32 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So maybe you're viewing this later. You're actually definitely viewing this later, but I'm just going to let you know why we're recording it now, because I don't think much is going to change. So by the time you view this, this information is very relevant. SPY, what do we got going on over here? All right, SPY, you can clearly see we do not have the bearish divergence we do on QQQ, but all right, you could be double topping or putting in a slightly lower high here to then pull back. We never did get our retracement that we were looking for back to this 431.85 level. We also were talking about 425.43 being the neckline of this double bottom, but I would argue that this is probably just in the past. All right, now let me also point out something that I saw today. It was over here on QQ. Yes, okay, before I forget about this, let me just bring this one up. What if we get a sick nasty pullback here? Maybe you pull back to 366. Maybe it's just a brief little pullback. I'm absolutely not sure at all, but let's just talk about what that is going to construct. Maybe it's a massive pullback. No idea, all right? But I have signs that I'm looking at, and I am showing you these, all right? We pointed out, guys, yesterday, fake rally, SPY, declining volume on this whole rally, all right? That is just something, that is just a factor, all right? Told you guys, that was the only real bearish factor that I was pointing out in yesterday's video. We have the same thing going on over here on QQ. Insane move, decreasing volume. I didn't notice that until literally when we were doing the TA in yesterday's video. But over here on QQ, guys, this pullback is bullish. Why? Because you have this massive bullish, falling wedge or bull flag or bull pennant or descending triangle, whatever you want to call it. It's here and it's massive. And we're right there at the top. We are about to break out. And I do think it's very likely we don't break out here. I think we're going to get that pullback and then break out. I think we're going to get this. All right. Why do I think we get this? Because let me just do this and you guys will see the exact picture I'm looking at. Guys, we have a sick, nasty head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders with the right shoulder about to form. If we get this, we'll have two massive bullish structures. And guys, this TA is just coming. It's all coming together. It's all looking absolutely beautiful. You're in the golden pocket. You're at trendline resistance. What do you got on the hourly and 15-minute time frames? You got the bearish divergence. So what are we looking at, guys? We're looking at the pullback with it. We're talking 9-to-1 odds that you get this pullback. And it's going to form this right shoulder. That's Henry odds right there. All right. So yeah, guys. All right. I'm remaining bullish. But guess what? We're very likely going to get that pullback. Look, your 4-hour RSI is in the same spot you pulled back from last time. Do I think we get that unwind? No. I think we get this, and then I think you get that. All right. I think instead of, coming up for the lower high, I think you're probably going to pull back here. Maybe we get a 3-wave sequence and then boom. All right. You're off the races. You're going to come bust out of this high. Guess what? Bears, your line in the sand is 374.50. If you break 374.50, if you break through the 0.786 fib and you manage to get that daily close above it, guess what, guys? We're very likely coming straight up here to a 100% retracement, which would be 381. If that is to be the case, we need the daily close above 374.58. All right. Well, it's not actually exact. All right, guys. My fib up here is not the exact high right there, just like the low is not the exact low. All right. So 374.50, that is the line in the sand over here for the Bears. Now, on top of that, guys, this was where you had this cluster going on over here. So we do know that it is very likely that a battle is going to be going on right where we are right now. All right. And you're in that golden pocket. So, guys, like, with all likelihood, you're going to get the pullback from where we are right now. That's what I'm getting at. All right. Where are we looking at pulling back to? I'm looking for one of these scenarios to play out on either SPY or QQQ. It's one or the other. All right. Pull back to 3.6. Oh, that's so big, though. I don't think that a $10 pullback. I don't know, guys. I don't know. All right. But wouldn't it be picture perfect if you did end up seeing literally this right here, right? You stall out at the golden pocket right before the 0.786 fib to the upside, and then you come back and you stall out at the golden pocket or the 0.5 fib. All right, guys, I think that would be a picture perfect picture. Yep, that makes sense, Henry. All right, but realistically, guys, I'm looking for either this on QQQ. All right, we're looking for that exact scenario. We're looking for what I got laid out over here in SPY. I know we haven't talked about SPY in this video. Why? Because QQQ is where the clean price action is right now. And this is what I'm looking at, saying that it's screaming to me that we're about to get the pullback, all right? So take them profits on the longs. We're about to get a chance to run it back, ladies and gents. Guess what? Say it with me.
That was easy.
Yes, that was easy, all right, guys? We loaded up down here when everyone was getting super bearish. All right, saying 420, 410. All right, guess what, guys? Extremely limited downside. We had $3 of downside, and we had like $20 of upside. Why are you betting on the downside? It don't make sense. All right, and I will always remind you guys of these things. It does not make sense. This level right here should be 44275. I do remember that. Wrong level. All right, there we go. Want to have things pristine here on this channel, guys. All right, over here on DIA, you got the bearish engulfing candlestick. IWM, you already did start getting this pullback. What do we also have, guys? I haven't moved this. That was there in, I think, yesterday's video. We drew that out, or it was the day before that. And guess what? Nothing has changed. You still have this pullback, just creating the right shoulder. It could go a little deeper, guys. It can, but once you get the break, you're probably coming all the way back up here to 180. All right, guys, November. All right, end of October into November. It's going to be the month of the bulls, baby. All right, we were waiting on this, and now it's happening. And now QQ's chart somehow looks like this, and people are still bearish. Let me just get rid of all the stuff we just discussed, all right? Do you guys see what I see? Do you guys see this? There's not much else. You don't have to complicate your TA, guys. You don't, all right? It is extremely simple. You play it by the levels. And guess what? When you have things like this going on, you work that stuff in there. Guess what? We're going to work that stuff in there. We knew not to get bearish towards the bottom of this bull flag. All right, now we're at the top of it. We're not looking for a breakout. That would be unreasonable. It would be unreasonable as heck. All right, let's just look at it this way, all right? Straight move, 5 trading sessions. You had a $20 move. Straight move, 6 trading sessions. You had a $22 move. All right? Straight move, 8 trading sessions. You had a $25 move. So, guys, I mean, I'm just going to say you have the golden pocket top, the 0.786 right above us right now. That's your line in the sand. My odds are going to say we're not breaking that. We're going to stall out here, and then we're going to start declining. Or it could be there, and because, you know, you're already there. But I'm using this bad boy right here. That's my line in the sand. All right, guys, so that is pretty much it. We do have VIX putting in indecision doji on the day, an indecision candlestick, so a doji candlestick. That is something to take note of. Just like we noted over here, you had this hammer candlestick. We don't have any reversal candlestick yet on VIX, but you do have that indecision. So that is something to take note of. ES, indecision, NQ, indecision, YM, Dow, bearish engulfing / indecision, IWM or RTY, the Russell 2000. Guess what? Indecision / no, never mind. It's, you can't even say that. All right, this is a big fat nasty bearish engulfing candlestick on the daily time frame. All right, guess what, guys? Yes, this did end up playing out, this massive head and shoulders that we are tracking all the way up there. But guess what, guys? Now we have this bullish falling wedge. So I think this is likely going to be the pattern that prevails here. All right, we had this reversal, bearish reversal pattern up here. Guess what? Now you have the exact opposite. You have a bullish reversal pattern. I think this is going to come right here, and we're going to go like that. Or you come down a little lower. Maybe you come down and revisit this little zone down there, and then boom. All right, guys, that's realistically what I'm paying attention to. In the video, I will remind everyone, guys, this is our top watch down there. Look at this very sexy setup going on here, all right? Honestly, you could even be coming in here. I have absolutely no idea. AMD was something that I was noticing today was showing more strength, all right? AMD came right into your supply zone. This is exactly where you want to be scaling out, all right? If you entered positions on this breakout right here, on this back test, this is exactly where you want to be doing that. We did say once you broke out of this pattern, we were looking for you to stall out here in 109 to 112. So that is that. All right. Another ticker I want to take note of over here is Amazon. All right. So Amazon, we were looking, if you broke above the neckline right here at 130.50 right here, 130.47. We were looking for a pretty quick move up to 135.20. That would be this, the low of this candlestick right here. That is your next resistance. You have this little zone going on right here that you could find sellers in, and that is where you are stalling out today right now. I will point out decreasing volume. Yes, it's only 12 o'clock. Or almost 12 o'clock, so could have some more volume coming into the day. But if you were entering, if you're playing this specific pattern, this is where you you start scaling out, and then you're probably going to see something like this. We told you guys, all right? We did. All right, keep in mind, when we come to 135, probably to come back to 130 and do something like that. All right, and this realistically, guys, this is why the indices, I think the indices are about to go on this massive rip. Do you see QQQ? I know I put a lot of time in this video into going over QQ setup. It looks so beastly, guys. It really does. But there are a lot of setups here that look pretty similar to Amazon. You come over here to Apple. What do we have, guys? All right, don't say this move was a surprise to anybody here who's been following along with the channel. If you watch the videos every single day, you have not been surprised for quite some time now. All right, you could go all the way back up here. You know, you're still not surprised. You could go back up here when we lost 451.55, I think the level was. You weren't surprised for this move. And then we went long down here. You weren't surprised for that. All right, and then you took profits into right here. All right, or heavily traded 443 to 444 zone right here. You took them profits to that. You bought the pullback. This is this pullback right here. All right, see how you you went like that. Well, that is exactly what I will be buying here. All right, so yeah, I think we I think we covered most of what we wanted to cover. Apple did end up filling its gap today, so your R size all the way back up here. You're probably going to do what I just pointed out over on Amazon. You're probably going to do something like this. Maybe you don't get that drastic of a pullback, but I think, we are, this rally here is a bit, to the extreme side. And I think we're very likely due for that pullback, especially with what I pointed out earlier on QQQ. All right, guys, things look absolutely monstrous over here on Meta. You literally had the break and retest right here off the top, and you were completely off the races over there. All right, guys, honestly, things just look bullish. I don't know how you can look at these charts and be like, yeah, these look bearish. Does that look bearish? That looks like it's just getting warmed up. Are you crazy? Does that look bearish? It looks like it's just getting warmed up. All right. And I'll actually point out BABA is something I'm waiting on. I will be laddering into dated calls over here. I like the 11/17 expiration. I even like anything further out than the 11/17 expiration. I think BABA, all right, what we just witnessed on AMD. All right, you come over here to AMD. See this massive thing that took a very long time to end up playing out here. Well, guess what? I think that is exactly what we have loading over here on BABA. So I think now, if you see the dip back down here, I think that is going to be a supreme time to be loading those calls. Just my opinion there. All right, just my opinion. BA did start the reversal. We did start that reversal over here. You did end up breaking above your little base over here, and you actually came back. You back tested where you had previous sellers stepping in at, and you're getting support there. All right. I do think BA is getting warmed up for heading back up here. I think this pullback is likely to be short-lived, and you're probably going to be getting something like that. So that's definitely something on my radar. All right, guys. So with that being said, I will catch y'all in the next one. I think we went over a decent amount of individual tickers right here. We're going to throw these in until we start adding the Sunday live streams back in again. I am not sure if that will be here. I'm sorry, guys. I've been working Sundays, and I really don't have control about that one. I really do not. But we'll throw the individual tickers in when we are seeing sexy setups across the board. All right, we'll start, screaming at the top of our lungs like, "Hey, over here, over here!" All right, guys, things are bullish. We're buying the pullback. That's the game plan. With that being said, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.